Wealthy citizens are fleeing the United Kingdom at a higher rate per person than any other nation, including China. This trend has been building for a long time as smart individuals look for places that respect their hard work. Most people used to stay quiet about these choices until the numbers started becoming impossible to ignore. Now the authorities and their loyal defenders are speaking up to stop the flow of capital and talent. These critics are using emotional manipulation to make you feel guilty for seeking a better life abroad. They want you to believe that moving your wealth and family to Dubai or other regions is somehow wrong. My goal today is to expose the tactics they use to keep you trapped in a system that no longer serves your interests. You deserve to understand why their arguments are flawed and why you should prioritize your own success. I recently came across a message from a senior investment manager that perfectly captures this negative mindset. He was trying to shame anyone who chooses to praise places like Dubai over the traditional Western hubs. Many people find these social media posts convincing because they play on deep feelings of national duty and nostalgia. It is important to look past the emotional language to see the reality of the situation. This person asked a question about where people originally generated their fortunes, as if that creates a permanent debt. He believes that because you started your journey in Britain, you owe them your loyalty and taxes forever. This logic is the main reason why many successful entrepreneurs decide to stay in a toxic environment against their better judgment. I firmly believe that your achievements belong to you and not to the land where you happen to be born. Think about how the state views your relationship with them as a membership you can never cancel. They act as if the country is a lifetime subscription service like a gym or a streaming platform, except you're not allowed to leave. Even if you no longer use the services or feel safe, you are expected to keep paying high fees until your final day. This is not a fair exchange of value for a person who has already contributed millions to the system. Success is about individual choices and hard work rather than just the environment you were raised in. I know people from my own youth who took very different paths and ended up in tragic situations because of their personal decisions. I chose to focus my energy on building a global business instead of letting my environment dictate my future. Your results come from your own efforts, and you should not be penalized for succeeding where others did not. When you live in your hometown, everyone remembers who you were as a child, and they often judge your success harshly. Many people will claim you just got lucky because they cannot accept that you outpaced them by working harder. Moving to a new country changes how others perceive your accomplishments and allows you to be seen as a leader. You earn a fresh start, where your status is based on your current impact rather than old memories. The UK and other Western nations once offered massive advantages like low interest rates and high capital growth. These conditions benefited the political elite first, while some of the wealth eventually reached the general population. You might feel like you owe the country for these conditions, but the truth is that the system was designed for its own survival. It is natural to make money where you are born, but that does not mean you must stay there for eternity. The author of the post suggests that Dubai is just a temporary bubble and not a serious place for real business. This is a common tactic used to make you feel like moving is a shallow or unsophisticated choice. He claims that the UK property market was the only reason people felt confident in the past and ignore the current decline. This narrow view ignores the fact that human beings have always migrated toward better opportunities throughout history. People used to mock those who moved to places like Las Vegas or Dubai by saying they had personal problems or were just chasing a dream. Today, the reality has changed because so many high achievers are finding real value in these international hubs. The critics are simply sad that they do not have the courage to take control of their own lives like you do. They try to paint everyone who leaves as someone who is just complaining about a temporary market dip. Some will argue that you owe the state because you attended their schools or used their basic infrastructure. This is a strange argument because parents often pay massive amounts of tax that more than covers the cost of that education. If you had attended a private institution, you would pay a fixed fee and then the transaction would be finished for good. The government should not be able to claim a percentage of your future earnings based on services provided decades ago. The UK claims to have a reliable legal structure, but they are now targeting citizens for things they say online. They are removing the traditional right to a jury trial, which was once a cornerstone of their entire society. We also see banks closing accounts for political reasons, as happened to famous figures who dared to speak their minds. These actions prove that the old stability everyone talks about is slowly fading away into a memory. When a bank decides they do not like your opinions, they can simply cut off your access to your own money. This happened to one of our speakers who was told his views were not compatible with the bank's values. I told him that he should look for banking options in places like Montenegro, where they value your business regardless of your politics. Moving your financial life to a place that respects your freedom is a smart move for any entrepreneur. The world is no longer centered around a few Western cities like London or New York as it was in the past. We are living in a new era where the global South is rising and offering incredible places to live and invest. Regions like Southeast Asia and the Middle East have adapted to the modern economy, while the old powers have remained stagnant. This shift gives you more options than ever before to decide where your family will thrive. Many critics claim that the wealth people are using to escape was built under the very conditions they now hate. The truth is that the global landscape has changed, and other countries are simply becoming more competitive than Britain. Places like Singapore and the Gulf states did not get rich because London allowed them to succeed. They grew because they created better environments for business, while the West became obsessed with high taxes and regulations. In the year I was born, the United States was considered the absolute best place for a child to start their life. Today, that ranking has dropped significantly because the Western world has moved in a very frustrating direction. Healthcare is often worse and more expensive, while education systems are failing to keep up with the modern world. Other nations now offer better passports and more opportunities for those who are willing to look beyond their borders. People are not meant to stay in one location if that environment becomes toxic or unsupportive. You should not feel forced to stay in a place where the government wastes your money on corrupt projects and cronies. If they cannot compete on their own merits, they will use moral arguments to claim you are being disloyal. Choosing your own path and protecting your family is the most loyal thing you can actually do for your own future. Our team provides the most comprehensive support for anyone looking to transition their life and business to a new jurisdiction. We have a massive network of nearly 1,000 specialists who understand the intricate details of global tax and residency laws. You can access a custom plan that covers everything from asset protection to obtaining multiple passports in different regions. This is a professional and streamlined way to ensure your future is secure and your wealth is protected. We spend a lot of time researching new destinations that the rest of the industry has not even discovered yet. This commitment to innovation means our clients always have access to the best residency and citizenship programs available. I'm constantly working to improve our products because I know that competition drives excellence in any business. Unlike governments, we do not expect you to stay if we are not providing the best possible value for your needs. You can visit our website to begin the process of building your own custom strategy for international living. Whether you are from the UK, Canada, or Australia, we have the tools to help you find a place where you are treated best. Our focus is on the human side of this journey because we know how hard it can be to ignore the social pressure to stay put. We want to help you maximize your impact on the world by finding the right home. The leaders in the UK do not think about how to make their country a better product for their citizens. They simply assume that you have to stay because you were born there or because you have some vague debt to the past. If you decide to leave, they will label you as a bad person rather than fixing the issues that caused you to look elsewhere. Do not let their narrow perspective stop you from pursuing the global life you have always wanted. It is very easy to criticize someone for leaving, but it is much harder for the critics to admit the system is failing. They will bet that most people will keep their money in the UK because they are afraid of making a big change. My advice is to have a clear plan that addresses every detail of your exit, including what assets you should keep or sell. We are here to provide that roadmap so you can move forward with total confidence and peace of mind. We understand that being seen as disloyal is a big fear for many successful people who are considering a move. When you work with us, you are surrounded by like-minded individuals who understand that you're just doing what is best for your business. And we believe that moving to a better environment is a logical choice that helps you grow and contribute more to the world. You are making a positive decision for your family, and that is something to be proud of. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an update on global migration and wealth strategies. Please like this video if you found the information helpful for your journey abroad. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section, so please share your perspective below. Your engagement helps us continue providing high-quality content for the international community.